And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live chat tonight. We are doing a virtual write-in. Sorry for the slight delay. Right as we were about to go live, I tossed a bunch of water onto my Chromebook's keyboard. So hopefully everything will be fine because it's just a portable keyboard. So I was able to take it off and dry it out. So yeah, we're doing a write-in today. We'll do 3 writing sprints. You can use it for productivity if you want, or you can write along with us. So we got a lot of people here. Welcome, everyone. Let us know in the chat what you're working on today. And I'm going to pose the same question to you all. What are you working on today?
I think I'm going to work on the same story I did last write-in. It's like a romance idea. It's pretty much just characters still at this point in dialogue. I haven't really figured out what else is happening yet, but it's flowing out of me, so I'm going to let it continue.
Nice.
I'll probably be doing my normal, use this time to force myself to get organized for the coming week.
Excellent.
It's always very helpful. I should do it every week, but the weeks we have write-ins are always my most productive next week.
Yeah.
I am the final pass of the revisions that Megan and I have been working on. I am finishing tonight, so I'm not taking that with me into the new week.
Yeah, I'm working on that too, but I don't think I'm going to finish tonight. I think I'll probably finish tomorrow or Tuesday because I've got one new scene to write, and I'm in the middle of adding what has turned out to be a quite large sequence into an existing scene. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I'll hopefully finish that up during the warm-up sprint, I hope. Let's see the chat. Misty Kate is doing work, unfortunately. That does remind me I have a little work I have to do after this. So thank you. Jo Catherine is hoping to write, but has watercolor as a backup. Arthur is working on a first draft of something new. And Fable is working on a novel chapter that's due tomorrow morning, so hoping to get a decent amount done. Nice. Oh, Mr. Rower said the Hugo Award nominees were announced today. I did not see that.
I think I glanced at them. Nothing, I don't know. I wasn't like an active enough new book reader last year.
Yeah, I always like seeing it because it's like, things I should read this year.
Yeah. I don't even think I realized there was a T. Kingfisher book I need to read.
Which one?
A Sorceress Comes to Call.
Oh, yeah. I saw that one at the bookshop yesterday.
Yeah. Someone You Can Build a Nest In was also nominated, which is one I'm definitely meaning to read. This Adrian Tchaikovsky person was nominated twice, which that's a pretty impressive feat.
Yeah.
And The Ministry of Time, which I did not enjoy. That was a DNF for me.
We've also got Nicole writing tonight, working on the story I've been writing for a few weeks. All right, well, let's dive right into our warm-up sprint. We'll do a 10-minute warm-up, and so we'll check back in around the 20, how far are we? Around the 22. and time. How did that go?
A little panic work I had to figure out, but otherwise good.
See, I managed 344 words, so not so bad.
Nice. I finished up the new sequence I was working on, went through the next chapter, decided it didn't need anything, so chugging along.
So the pass that we're working on is like a world building pass. And I did remember earlier today that one of the nice things about world building passes is they tend to be front loaded because you kind of like do most of your world setup at the beginning. And then after that, it's like, we already know what this looks like. We're good.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just me being like,
I've done enough of this.
and if you don't know what it looks like by now, too bad.
Well, I don't either. So.
Neither do I. I didn't want to be here to begin with.
Yeah, maybe it's just wishful thinking, but once I get past the first half of a setting pass, it's like, well, it's okay if there's like a chunk of dialogue where just things are happening. That's more important right now.
Yep.
The vibes have been established. So just keep them in your head.
Yeah, totally.
I'm convinced that any book I read from now on will not be as bad of a lore dump as the Minecraft movie. So I think you guys are good. Like for a game that's been established for like so long, like the first 20 minutes was just lore. And it wasn't even like
for the parents who haven't paid attention.
But
to
it's not even that. It's all
Minecraft.
made up because like in the game, like
Oh.
Steve isn't like an actual like character necessarily. Like he exists in Minecraft, but the movie takes it towards like, oh, real people go into Minecraft. And it was literally like 25 minutes of just setting up the story.
Wow.
It was a lot.
I have not heard great things.
I was everyone else I went with loved
deeply
it.
shocked that it's
They
not
loved
great.
it. But I don't know, I just didn't care for it too much.
Yeah. As someone who really loves the new Jumanji movies, which feels like the tone they were trying to like.
It was like Jumanji, but then with Jack Black. It was like, hey, let's throw in let's try to do Peaches again. And it just didn't.
Yeah. Like Jumanji was good for me because Jack Black playing a teenage girl was surprisingly heartfelt. So
I'm sure my child will want to see the Minecraft movie. But
I think maybe I don't like it because it is a movie that was 100% geared towards the kids. But there is a pretty heavy amount of like innuendos that kind of caught me off guard. But I don't know. Overall, like it wasn't terrible. I wished it was better.
Nicole said the sprint went well. She just realized there's a way to raise the stakes for the entire story, so that's exciting. That always feels really good. Well, I'm eager to dive back in for our big sprint. So we'll do a 20-minute sprint, and then we'll do another quick break before our cooldown sprint. So we will check back in at about the 47. Good time.
Nicole had a question. When your story has serious potential and you're on the fence about whether to include an event in this story or the next one, how do you decide if you should just use it now or save it?
Ooh.
I think use it now. I wish I could remember who the advice was, but like, I don't know. If you have a good idea, just use it. Like, you'll
I
be
think
able
so,
to
too.
find other good ideas. This may lead you into new places. Use it.
I agree with that.
Better to be one of those books where so many crazy things happen than just like, I don't know, keeping it reasonable.
Yeah. And you know it's cool. So,
yeah.
Well, I assume it's cool if you're debating when to use it. So, always pro having more fun. Oh, how did that one go for you all?
I got 291 words.
Nice.
I got a little social media sidetracked, but still respectable. And my light was flickering really bad and bugging me. So I just I don't feel like looking for a light bulb right now. I'm just going to turn the light off.
You gotta.
I was literally just thinking that your hair looks extra cool in the dark. So.
Yeah.
You can see how long it's been with my roots growing in. It actually looks better with my roots growing in a little bit, like when it's all down.
Oh.
But when I throw it up, just like, what is it called? Dry shampoo
Oh, yeah.
in the bangs.
Yeah.
Good for a few days.
Went well for me. I'm at the beginning of the climax of the book now, so I was farther along than I thought I was. Nicole got 347 that sprint. If you're watching, let us know in the chat how you did. Pull up. Just looking at all our different chats and stuff, trying to see if anyone has replied to the schedule thing. Misty Kate said, I'm just staring at my work screen, so not good. Arthur got 638. So that is awesome. So I think we're probably going to do our bookish PowerPoint night next week. We're still waiting for a final word from a couple people, but it is looking like next week we're going to make some PowerPoints for a book we love to try and convince you all to read the things we're loving. And then a couple weeks after that, we're going to be doing our Dissect a Book, where we try to break down a book that we all loved and like what really worked for us, or why we think it was good enough that so many of us really enjoyed reading it. And so our first book that we're doing for that one is The September House. Who wrote that?
That's a really good question.
Carissa Orlando. Fantastic book. I just forgot the author's name. Just want to make sure we're giving lots of heads up in case you haven't read that yet and you did want to read it. I think it'll be a good chat even if you haven't read it before. But if you want, we're probably going to spoil things. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I'd recommend reading it in the next month.
It's a pretty quick read.
Like, it is. I tore through it. I want to read the physical copy because I listened to the audiobook the first time.
Yeah, I have the physical copy now. I've been saving it till like my library was done so I could like sit and read it. So I'm going to start that this week.
Perfect.
Very excited. That book was great.
Yeah, It was so good. The audiobook was incredible. Just, yeah, really great. I won't even talk more because I want to save it all for because I could talk about it all day.
Oh, Nicole had asked, are any of you going to reread the September House because I might rely on my Kindle notes? Relying on notes is totally fine. Like there's
Oh yeah, you
no
don't.
required reading.
Yeah,
I'm sure just having like, I don't know, when other people, like right now, I probably couldn't tell you very much of what happened in it, but like once other people start talking about it, it goes a long way. I'm like, oh yeah, that was great. So
Mm-hmm.
no matter how long ago you read it, I think everyone will be fine.
Yeah, stand out for me was he's down there. Just, I think about that line all the time and how effective it is in audiobook. Wordplay is so fun in audiobook form. Anyway, let's do a cool down sprint. Yeah.
I just bought the September House ebook, and that's my my corpse notification for my email.
Amazing. All right, we'll do a 10-minute cool down. So we'll check in at about the 55.
No, that's now.
I mean the 05. Thank you. I'm a woman in STEM. It's time.
Well done.
I got 159 words.
I got to page 271 out of 217. This book is good. I know it's because we've worked on it for a decade, but we did it.
Kyra, you muted.
Said you're not that far behind me. You sure you don't want to finish tonight?
Well, I'll probably finish, but I still have a new scene to write.
You do have a new scene to write.
I'll do that once I'm not.
Woo.
Once it's not so late. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to get through because there's not going to be a ton of world building changes for the end. So
If the publishing industry is dumb and doesn't take on this book, you guys should like still have it bound and just like each have a copy because you have totally just
truly
deserve that.
Yeah. I do have all my other books printed and in my closet. So but they're older drafts, like pre-revisions.
Yeah,
drafts.
this deserves more than like living in your closet. Like
Nicole said, I got sidetracked in my Kindle highlights. I only have 10 notes for the September house. Do you guys use Kindle notes? I never
I
have.
use highlights. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, when I'm in it, I'm
just
chewing
getting
it.
into it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually like left myself like a specific note, but I use highlights a lot.
Ah.
I would totally do it if it worked like the Fable ones where I could just like share my notes with other people and see other people's notes. I don't need notes for me, but like
So Kindle, if you're watching.
I believe you can have it set up to push your notes to Goodreads.
I don't use Goodreads anymore. Anyway, great sprint this week, or great write-in this week, everyone. Wow, Nicole said, I use notes all the time. I have 30 notes for the last book I read.
that's awesome. So if next week falls apart, it'll probably just become a write-in and then we move everything else.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that'll be it. So probably bookish PowerPoint night. Come with your book recs. And if people can't make it and we do a write-in instead, still bring your book recs. We'll do our PowerPoint.
Yeah, it's just like me and Megan doing PowerPoints. We can probably like squeeze in a whole write-in in between that.
Yeah, true. Very true. I'll just come with like 6 PowerPoints.
That I have also considered that. So like, what if I did like a book one and a TV one and a like music one, like just like bonus PowerPoints in case there's time.
Yes. In my world, there's always time for a PowerPoint. So that's just the way I live my life. We do whenever our families go on trips, because Emma and I live in not that far from each other. And so anytime one of our families goes on a trip afterwards, we make a PowerPoint and we have like a special meal and then we show the PowerPoint of the trip. So then it's like we all went on the trip. So it's like I went with them to New York last year and now I don't need to go to New York this year. They went with us to San Francisco.
Very nice.
It's amazing. I highly recommend everyone do it. It's so fun. We've gotten another group of friends in on it now.
One of my friend group members, I think only the first one, but he had a PowerPoint for his experience getting a vasectomy just to like pitch it to the other guys of the group.
Amazing.
Was there a slide in there about going to get rechecked? That should be a slide in there because my friend did not go get checked.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
had another kid. It
No.
was years ago though, but still.
On that note, be careful out there, folks. And we'll be back next week with Bookish PowerPoint night, hopefully. And if worst case happens, a write-in, which is always super fun. So yeah, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Hope you all have an amazing week and that something good happens to you for Monday. We'll see you all later. Bye.